I seen you online going crazy, and seen you in the pink. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of is that magenta? What color?
Berry. It's like a berry color.
Blue. Sweet berry. Okay, we got sweet berry. You know what I'm saying? Beige with the red interior.
Yes.
Like, and I was like, damn, how is this girl doing this? And then to come to find out you only 21 years old. That's amazing. So let's start from the seed. How do you get into this space of being a 7-figure earner at 21?
I mean, long story short, I stuck to something. Right? I started entrepreneurship when I was 14. And people see me now like, oh, she's 21 and she's earning all of this revenue.
Right.
I've been going at it every single day of my life since I was 14 years old.
Natural born hustler.
Yeah.
And you grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave you no choice but to hustle.
Yeah.
So what was you doing
choice.
at 14?
So when I was 14, I started doing hair.
Okay.
And I started selling like sunglasses and headbands. So it was a matter of two things. I actually like started 2 streams. So I was making wigs for people. And then I found a wholesale vendor online from China and started selling. I started getting sunglasses and I started getting like do-rags and headbands and reselling it for profit.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, people don't understand the importance of, small margins of profit.
Yeah.
Over time.
Exactly.
And then it goes to bigger, it goes bigger by the more consumers you have. See, people are always trying to chase the most money right away or trying to go the most viral and have the most customers. When you find that middle ground of both, especially early, that's how you win, especially over time.
As long as it makes sense. But it's like some people don't even charge the right profit.
Yeah. How they don't know how to do the profit, like when it's there,
Like, if you buy it for $10, you need to be selling it for 20, 30, 40, even 50. Why are you selling it for $15? You're paying yourself $5.
Don't make no sense.
No.
Like when I first got into clothing, I needed 200%, markup.
Yeah, you charge whatever with clothes.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need my 200. Yeah, be getting
Some people
over.
don't understand.
Because this all my see me, one of the ones, from the seat, you see that behind you, you know what I'm saying? Then ran with my one of the ones. I be having to reiterate that and go on tours, using my logo. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Been saying this since 12 years. You hear me? Trademark, patent, everything. You know what I mean? So anytime I make it with Usher, one of the ones so on this album, you owe me some money.
Yeah.
Little baby that. Chris Brown. One of the ones tour, I seen you.
Send them letters out.
Trademark on your funk asses. But I learned that earlier about, finding my niche and finding a profit with it. So when you get into this realm you in now, so 14, you're doing this and that, man, let's get to the big dogs. Like, how do you get to this 7-figure earner? What got you there?
Strategy. Strategy and like, I call it massive activity.
Okay.
So everything that you do, like, go hard. Like, I go hard at every single thing that I do.
Yeah.
And I promote consistently. I market consistently. When people taking breaks, not posting for a week, I'm posting 3-4 times a day. I don't stop. I have 3,000 posts on Instagram.
Come on
I'm
now.
Not stopping.
Yeah, working. You got to work.
People like, oh, every time I open my phone, I see you. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Even if you don't so I'm the same way too. I got 17,000 on mine. So my Instagram went down. I was down for 8 months. That was pain. You know what I mean? And I had to build up another one. But anyways, so people say that to me all the time. Like, damn, I see you on my Explorer all the time. Even if you ain't been watching it, you seen me. So that counts. So when you run into me in real life, like, damn, you're going to be interested because you didn't see me on Explorer.
Yeah.
So how important is that to flood, your content?
It's very important because if you're inconsistent, your business is going to be inconsistent, right? Your business reflects your behavior. So if you're not consistently showing up, if you're not marketing correctly, if you're not promoting, if you're not even putting effort, if you putting out whack content, if you're putting out blurry videos, if you having careless voiceovers, how do you think people are going to respond to that?
Right.
Just because you threw something out there don't mean that you're going to get sales. It don't mean that you're going to get engagement, support, whatever it is that you're looking for.
Right.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be consistent. You have to think things through.
Yeah.
I think my videos through. I think my marketing through. I think my campaigns through. I'm not just throwing stuff out there. So I think people need to take intention more seriously.
I believe so too. So speaking of campaign, what current campaigns have you used to get to that level you're at? You're a 7-figure earner. What got you there? Once again, what is the thing you do?
I help people start or scale their businesses online. So I do low ticket digital products, and
Okay.
mostly I sell wholesale vendors. So say you want to start a clothing brand or you want to start a hair brand and you need a supplier. I go directly to China. I go directly to Vietnam and meet the suppliers, and I test out the quality. And then once I find out it's high quality, I resell it for $10, $20, $30 all day for people who need that source to start their business. So it's like, you got to understand.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What if you want to start selling this?
Yeah.
You need a supplier.
You got to have that now.
If you want to start selling microphones,
Yeah.
you need to go find a supplier. Like, that's the root of so many businesses.
Yeah.
So I provide those for not too much of a cost. But when people want to learn how I market, when they want to learn how I run my business and generate revenue when the content creation, I offer mentorships. And one of the biggest campaigns I've had so far was my 5-day challenge.
Dope. And what is that 5-day challenge? What did that consist of?
The 5-day challenge is literally like we lock in for 5 days straight, morning, night. I'm teaching, special guests are teaching. We're teaching about funding. We're teaching about marketing. We teach you how to create digital products and sell digital products. Like, it's literally... It's literally like a 5-day lock-in with complete strangers, but it turns to like-minded individuals. Yeah. But the thing about my challenges, I like to bring in other mentors. Okay. A lot of people don't share their platform. Right. They don't want other people to get on their platform. They don't want to introduce their audience to other people. Yeah. But that's why I'm glad that I do that. Yeah. So if you connect with me, I'm going to connect you with everybody around me, and I'm a give you as much value and information possible. Yeah, it's very important. You know, it's not just one person can eat out the pot. You know what I'm saying? All you do is make a bigger pot we all can eat. Yeah. And that's where people f up at. They want to be the only one eating. You got a small... Yeah, they just want to be the only one. Like, I don't want to be the only one. Make a gumbo. Let's everybody get some of this goulash. Yeah. Spread it around. Because the more people eat together, the more you can spread it out so everybody ain't starving and looking at you trying to pull you down. Yeah, so I think it's like... greed. I'm not greedy. Some people are greedy or selfish. Yeah. Yeah, like they come on now. They want to be the only one. Yeah, they want to be only. We all need to be riding business. Yeah. We all need to be putting up mean. You know what I'm saying? All got APs with the pink face. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I seen that too. I saw you was on was that Glow J. You said it was something about you know how to get, people start their own jewelry business. Let's talk about that. That's interesting because that's a lot of stuff going around now with jewelry. People are catching on to they've been overcharged. They paying all this money. They be getting toe up. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I just had $400,000 worth of jewelry. Had to sell it. They gave me $160. Smoked me. Yeah. I had to sell that. I was going broke. But I bounced back. God is great. But I done been there. Yeah. I paid you. Good. I came to you, spent $400. Give me at least $3. Oh, I'm sorry, man. The price of diamonds. What? So how can people understand the jewelry game like you did? Okay, so when it comes to the jewelry game, I do my sourcing for wholesale suppliers, and I'm just always looking for what is it that people want. Yeah. And I found and tested a jewelry supplier. So I found 2 jewelry factories to where they are manufacturing watches, chains, pendants, grills, literally everything that I'm seeing these people sell. So now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Yeah. I'm looking at my suppliers videos and I'm looking at these people calling themselves a jeweler videos, and it's the same pieces. But on these people's Instagrams, they're charging $5,000, $10,000, and the suppliers are charging $500-$600, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. Yeah, no one's selling a jewelry supplier, right? So I started selling. So that's the difference. So like, I seen a lot of those, jewelry, and like once again, I'm not hating on nobody. You know what I mean? Even if it got moisture knife, hey, do you? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at you. Save you some money, right? So if you are a person that's got the supplier and not telling nobody, I'm not even mad at you either, brother. It is what it is. You eat what you kill. But for you to skip that process and feed people this, that's a legendary feat. Because people it's like a magician. Like I say jewelry people, them are magicians. They want to hide the secret. They're very, very secretive. They don't want to know you pulled a rabbit. They're secretive to the point that you don't even know that they're getting it from these suppliers. Facts. You think that they going in their back room and crafting you up some $60,000 pieces. For sure. When they're calling my suppliers saying, hey, make me a pendant that say AP. Yep. Oh, $500. Okay,
Yep.
$500. Go sell it in the
What
U.S.
kind of
for
accent is that? That's
$5,000.
that Chinaman accent?
I ain't gonna say it's gonna get a source. They gotta pay for that.
Oh, they gotta pay. We're gonna tell you what country
They gonna try to be like, oh, I know what country that
It's some
is.
type of Asian. We heard the goddamn what over there. We heard that. We heard the soy sauce on the talk.
But for you, my friend,
I got you no tomato.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so-
But yeah, people need to know because once again, it's okay. It's okay to make your money, but if you can help people make money,
that's the best.
That's the best. I feel
Yeah, people
like.
are getting a supplier and they're starting their own jewelry businesses. They're reselling for profit, and you know they're finally getting answers.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool. It came out of nowhere because I sourced the supplier out of nowhere, but I just added it to all my other offerings, and people have been loving it.